So here we're going to talk about what you do if in the field you come across RG-59 Quadshield head-end cable where it has two 95% coverage braids, where generally a standard RG-59 fitting is not going to fit it, but you can make it fit. So let's make the mistake over here real quick. Oops, I didn't pay attention to what type of cable this is, and I don't carry specialty head-end cable fittings, but I went, cut the end off of that. So now I've got the end off of it. Well, I'm just going to have to prep it like any other cable, right? So take your stripping tool, get anything else that's in it out, then go across it several times where it obviously cuts through all of it. Get it off there, start flaring your braid. Nope. Wait, this is Quadshield head-end cable. Don't flare the braid back yet. Now what we need to do is we have standard RG-59 connectors here because nobody carries head-end cable connectors on them, and a lot of times you can't find them locally. So you take your regular RG-59 connector here. This is a PPC EX59 XL, so the 21 millimeter crimp length. Take and put it on like an insertion tool or splitter or something like this. Tighten it, just past finger tight to where it's nice and tight on there. Then you need to find something, either a real good fitting pair of pliers or something, preferably something round that's near the diameter of this outer sleeve here, and you need to put that sleeve in the thing and you need to hobble it back and forth, if I can get it up on there. And if you hobble it back and forth several times, it'll eventually come loose to where you can pull it off. Now that you've got this off, before you prep this cable, slide your sleeve down over it so it's already on there. This would apply too if you have a Belden or Thomas & Betts or LRC Alget, whatever, snap and seal connector where it's got the plastic sleeve. You remove the plastic sleeve off the body. This is actually a head-end cable connector that I have, but you take and you put this in there, hobble off, get the back end off of it, and you slide that over the cable first, and then you start prepping it here. So we're folding it back, and obviously the way the braid's on this, you just do your normal Quadshield prep. You need to score the foil, rip the foil off, and then continue flaring your braid back like you normally would. And it's prepped like normal. And then you start inserting your fitting over it. Now, this is where I'm going to stop again and say if you got a different type of fitting. Now, if you have, that's not the right type of fitting, something like a Corning Ultra Shield connector where it's all pretty much one piece that you're not pulling apart, you can take this braid, now that you've flared it back out of the way and you make sure it's off the dielectric, you can take scissors and very closely cut to the jacket all around here, and then that gives you enough clearance to actually be able to slide it in this fitting. And the outer diameter of this will be just on the cable jackets, very similar to standard RG-59 when you've folded it back. So it will grip it very nicely and it will work. Now, do I recommend using this in permanent installation? No, but if you've already cut the fitting off and you need something same day to fix your problem, then yes, because oftentimes you got to order these 59 head-end specific cable connectors online, and you might be waiting 3 to 7 or maybe even 14 days to get them. So, let me just go through and we insert the connector. Till it bottoms out, just like any old cable installation. I can take and loosen this off here and make sure it's bottomed out. Yeah, looks like it's, but yeah, I think that's, maybe we could go just a little further. But yeah, it looks pretty much, just make sure it's bottomed out like you would in the standard cable preparation. Then you take and you push your sleeve back up on here close to it. Actually, that snapped back up on it normally. So You get that back in there, and then you can get your crimping tool out. I would use this crimping tool I seen earlier, but this is a weather-tight fitting, and this particular crimping die is not wide enough to accept that. So I've got this universal adjustable cheap tool where it's just, you know, it's not spring-loaded or anything. It's just manual feedback or whatever. So, you know, yeah, just adjust that to whatever length and get it up in there, and just make sure it compresses on there all the way down. That actually wasn't far enough out. I'll extend the die a little more. It's because this rubber boots on this, it gets kind of in the way in this fitting, but you know, just make sure it bottoms out like how it did there. And there you go. So you got a nicely attached regular RG-59 fitting on a piece of RG-59 Quadshield head-end cable with dual 95% coverage braids.